Okay, again quickly so I can just get out of here in like a reasonable amount of time, taking hints, but at the same time not doing anything too stupid either way. I want to make sure that this is definitely at least recorded for the first time. It should get better and like definitely better like documented and annotated online eventually. But for right now, this is going to be a first take. This is important enough to sit there and like risk like, you know, getting fucked up and mauled. I mean, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it, and I just don't want them to like, you know, whatever. Okay, so I divided them up into two. You can see this is our 4th of July pop package. That's about like, let me see, what do they call me? Hold on, I remember. Oh, Daddy's in the clan. He told me this. I kind of like something from my father, which is no, I'm not gonna fuck him. He could do it. Kill him. No, my kid's gonna fuck him and I want to watch. So it's similar that way. That's whatever that means to them. I did write that down. Write that down. These are that. There's a little more to it. So this is a kid's pop package, which I thought was appropriate. This was the one I decided to sacrifice. Not only did I have 2 of them, but it seems appropriate for this. Alright, a few things. First. Okay. Oh, shit. Did they actually do that? Okay. So these things are actually stickers. These things are really, really nasty. I'm starting to figure out. I'm starting to been staring at these things like they're. No, it's actually very different than you think. Maybe it's like something like the devil, or you know, something that's been alive for millennia. That evil, like being in proximity, and you sit there and look at it, and it does something to you. It's like there's more there, and it turns out there is. But this. Okay, here we go. Look. Okay. Seriously. Token, that's a crypto wallet, definitely, but there's more to it if you look carefully. This camera's not going to let me do it. I will try to make sure that this is carefully done eventually. First pass, rough draft. Those little things are very much similar to the fake bus passes I have. Like they don't actually make those. QR code, not sure what that does. It's basically like a printed circuit. They might have actually gotten the idea from me for a long time ago. I wanted to do it, and I just went to Radio Shack and bought the circuit pen. This is definitely like someone spending a lot more money and spending a lot more time on this stuff, because it's definitely different than what they usually do, and it's been very, very recently, which is scary. This was a vape I bought over at a pot shop, smoke shop, which is one of these crazy people from Indiana. Mother decided to do that. She's the one who, I believe she's the one who killed my cat, broke his left paw, like I have broke my left arm in the snow. And you know, anyway, so you know, that red-haired cat, I love the cat. Okay, here we go. So you can see that, so maybe you can see it here. Let me do it a little bit. I don't know if that's a frequency, it's a circuit, what that means. Some of these, like, you know, like circuit or barcode fonts, I remember like from the 90s or something, probably would be a good thing to look at right now. There we go. That's actually a sticker. I don't know what sticker means to them. It seems to be something like you can make a little card, or like, you know, like a little like bob or something out of it. Okay, this one is similarly a sticker. You can see on the side of it. Still similarly not sure what that means. It seems to appear multiple places. This one being rainbow is obviously like, in, you know, the Google icons changing for Trump that easily. Not only on the Android Go government phones, on Blue Sky, you know, the satellites, but also like on my Mac, and Google just kind of changed them. So a lot of them are rainbow, which is like a Jew thing. Like it's basically, you know, it's kind of like calling Barack Obama the N-word or something, but that's how he chooses to say that to me. I'm not going to dwell on that. They did that, okay. So I'm trying to point out the contact points. It's actually, you can actually see, like, from the way they're doing it, that it's like, yeah, apparently I'm supposed to tell them that in a more timely fashion. They didn't work. Okay, that's doing that this year. Came up a couple of days later this time. Alright, so that's crazy. They're like little circuit things. It's basically like, it's almost like a circuit. I don't know what that's actually printed in, but it's definitely very, very different. You can also see, like, it's very different. Those things are like squares. Like, the squares, the square meters, it's all over this stuff. It's a stupid scheme. It's also a way to get onto that ARPANET, power grid. You know, bring it to the highest guy. We can go into that later. I know. But like what was explained to me, the same thing with this preoccupation with Tesla and electricity and like purple light or something. Where people are basically neo-Nazis or Nazis anyway, neo-Nazis from like the New World Order in the 80s in Texas. Let's see, are basically like it's a Unicode thing. Like it's a way of encoding that a purple square is supposed to indicate royalty there. It also basically means Hitler was a purple square coming from his little asshole grandson, who's also one of Elon Musk's kids. Apparently. I know I don't know why they made one of those things. Both of them in the same life form. Really bad. Okay, so that's one. Quickly. So there is just that much to say. Okay, wrote it down. Notes for later. It's definitely, yes. Okay. It's definitely a lot of rage at someone. This is something they dropped. It's something, I just collect stuff like this. I don't know why someone would have dropped that way. They picked it up. Someone like him did it. You can, if you look at it in the right light, and it depends on what lighting you do and like what type of light you apply. But like sunlight has been known to work. This won't do it here. There's another little square code in this, so you just pick it up, and somehow, some way, he thinks that that's like some kind of little like tag to put on you, hashtag, barcode, whatever the hell it is. You know, I mean, the man's basically been alive for more. You know, what am I going to tell you about that one? I mean, you know, like you know. I think the Christians have a point. That's what's been apparent to me since I've been in Chicago. I've met him before. Okay, so they have a point. They have a whole lot of philosophy and things to say about that. Actually, understood. Okay. This is another like debit card variant. Let me see. So, in the right light, that these things, crypto wallets in general, they're on like there's a SIM card, depends on how they put them together, EMV cards, RFID things. It's a stupid scheme. It's basically an RFID crypto wallet, the same way these cards are when they pack them together. That thing's a hologram, which seems to signify something else. Some of this stuff is basically metallic or like electrically conductive, like fonts, all sorts of little nasty things on them. You have to read very carefully. Okay, so that's another one. This was Harris Bank. So this one, he hit this one a little harder. Maybe I'll just do it quickly. There's a lot to this. It's definitely, this is the reason why I realized these things are basically crypto wallets. You can look at them carefully, go through every single little point. You can see some of it more easily than others. By the way, the scratches on these cards, when they're brand new, it means they haven't been used, and they're all scratched up like that. The scratches, same thing, they can do the same thing to your fingers. Basically, your fingers or your hands or whatever on your body in general. I don't know what it means, but it's definitely some kind of encoding or something like that. You can actually see it's electrically conductive. You can actually read this stuff a certain way, like on the surface of it, if you look at it the right way and you like magnify it. That little NFC thing, that's not good. That's a crypto wallet. Very bad. If you look at this is the MasterCard. So this is apparently why it's going through. US debit is apparently a MasterCard scheme. Usually it would go through Visa. Almost everything goes through Visa no matter what. US debit doesn't actually require a PIN code from the user, but they require one just to sort of play with it. Someone told me that a long time ago, and I started realizing it's a stupid scam. Like, I don't really know what the hell they think they're getting away with. Obviously, they get pissed off and they get called on it and get caught. It's almost like, you know, you're not supposed to tell people that that's what they meant. I mean, if they can do it, then why are they doing it anyway? If you can do it, you can do it, whatever. There's more to it that will be up shortly about Amazon and, like, you know, Illinois, Chicago, different localities. It's basically like a confession, but, you know, he says he's going to do it anyway, so. Boulder, Colorado, that's a reference. Similarly, Florida is like a DC type territory, according to him. Now, it depends on who calls him on it and how hard he fights. We're going to basically see January 6th happen again next year. Word of warning. Okay. These things, as you can tell that there's an encoding on it. It goes through the whole thing. Okay, these things are really, really nasty, but like I said, I'm going to take the warning and just do it quickly tonight. So maybe, okay. No machine. Later. Okay. Yes. They won't actually let me have a baseball one, by the way. The socks, you know, like little Santa's little helper, you know, like Trump's kids. You know, you get back to me, what's the South Pole? Or like, you know, like cubbies, you know, like little kitty stuff is not something. It's something for kids. I think the kids are the devil, basically. So they wouldn't give me a baseball card. This was the one that I liked that actually made sense to me of the ones they offered. I don't believe they custom printed it like on demand. They had them waiting. So, yeah, that's not cool. I have to go deal with them later. I'm not sure. It's kind of like I want to like read them the riot act before I just like, you know, like execute them like, you know, military kind of thing. But I don't know. I'll probably calm down before that happens. I suppose it depends on what they do. There's always another square. Oh, weird. Alright. Probably. Okay. I'll take more video of this. Like, every little last point will be documented eventually. Not. You can also look at the wear patterns on that center. Obviously, whatever the hell that's about. Hold on. Alright, same sort of thing. Okay. This is something they're running off Indiana. It's very similar on the venture cards. Like, off the hook guys, Emmanuel and Alex and company. Like, Charlie and the MTA. No kidding. Yeah. Well, And now they're doing it here. It's a trunk in here. Yeah, well, trunk in this kid's in here. Okay, so all this stuff, it's basically there. You can do a little more with it. Alright, this thing. All sorts of little points and nasty things to do, like the symbolism on it, the way it reflects, the triangular pattern, depends on whether it's new or not. Wear pattern makes a difference. It's like a difference in surfaces. They do all sorts of weird stuff with these plastics. I've been noticing that for a long time. It's not easy to deal with. Adhesive similarly can be done and undone at will. Those things can basically be punched. They need to be, like a SIM card. All sorts of weird little stuff it does. Depends on how reflective it is. The triangles are kind of, yeah. Okay, a number of these. A lot of these. A lot of these for a future video. Link cards. Okay, that's another capture the flag thing. So, it's kind of like that. Someone actually signed me up for that. Hold on. So I didn't know to opt into it. Same thing with the government phone, but then they gave me one to play with, and they ended up all pissed off that I ended up playing with it. So apparently they're supposed to just be able to do it to you, and you're not supposed to tell people what you're not supposed to tell them. That's what they told me. When you tell on him and tell other people what they did, it seems like it's harder and harder for his lawyer, his real life, his lawyer to get him off for it, and even she'll tell him that, which is your fact. You're not gonna like the way they fucked you. The second part of it is not something most people talk about. It's not what you wanted to hear. Okay, stuff like that. Okay, you can see this. Look at the reflection in the surface. It's very, very intentional. It's not cool. Okay. All sorts of weird stuff. All sorts of weird stuff on this. This is definitely higher grade, higher end stuff than they usually would have used on me. I don't know how else to say it. Mag stripe stuff, language, things like that. That's another video. Okay. It's pissed. It's pissed. Thought it would rush me. No. Okay. Not going to use them. The 422 references all over this stuff, by the way. I don't think it's an IETF, like Trump era, IETF RFC thing. I think that's basically 422, which is when they decided to kill me for the first time, or I don't know. I don't know how that works. So they're going to do it anyway. Okay, this is one of these things. I don't think they sell them anymore, but some people have them. There's definitely hidden data. That right there, the code in it is not something you can actually read on the surface. You have to shine it in light. The circuit on it is a little concerning. The arrow, it seems like it's a penis to me. So whatever the hell it really means, I find out. I'm just going to tell you what he meant, but it's something like that. Similarly, on the backs of these things, not something I can take right now. There's all sorts of little encodings and hidden, magnetic ink stuff. The fact that they write that on it, ED is some sort of encoding. It's one of these dark web schemes. Also, they give you basically what's functionally like an AID, like an ID on the dark web, or something that goes up the RFID stuff onto, probably a financial scheme. As soon as you have one of these things anywhere near you, by the way, which is one of these things that Reagan did and they made worse, it can be, depending on what sort of equipment they're using, this could be made really bad. They can probably read it from 2 blocks over if they really wanted to. That's the sort of screwed up stuff that they do to me, and the reason why I've been bitching about having sunburn for the longest time. Okay. Putting it down. Okay. That reminds me of Texas. It looked good, but okay. I think I'm okay. Okay, this is a little bit ass. Okay, this is a little bit more. This is probably more like what the scratch is doing. It's about crack cocaine, Reagan, wine, drugs, trunk cycling, cocaine. He's got all sorts of little references. By the way, he admits to doing it all 3 times. He basically admits to taking the election all 3 times in this stuff, and basically he's just going to sit there and say it to me that way, or someone did. Which I don't know if that means that that's like a confession, this is his way of doing it, the kid's being nice kind of thing, not convinced yet, or if it's, or if someone else just felt the need to tell them that they have him by the balls eventually, and it's going to be that easy. This year's not going to be fun. Do that. Okay, I'll bring this back out when I go back over there to take more footage quickly today. It's a little bit long. Porsche 911 has been known to get this detailed too. They're really pissed off about that one. I think I have some people, if they make my life bad enough that they do it, they can go talk to you to figure out what to do about that. You would think kick back, kick ass, free. Okay, someone gave me this. I don't know how I still have this stuff. I collect it, but when they see that you like to collect stuff like that, they sit there and think it's funny, and it's it's a very different reference to them than it is to anyone. Like a normal person, like a well-adjusted person does not Let's not behave the way they do. So, I mean, again, millennia. This, another one. What else? Okay. All sorts of stuff like this. Like, little schemes and scams. Chick-fil-A can be bad. Wrigleyville, and then they say in parentheses, Illinois is probably like a capture the flag thing. He's apparently like rezoned and redistricted it, and some people say that in Illinois you can sit there and redirect your Florida complaints about. Well, I think it's definitely an indictment. It might be a confession. Whatever the hell that means to him, that's weird. I swear. Okay. Whatever that means is basically it's kind of that way. So I'll come back to it. God. It's intense to deal with them. This I don't like. Looking at my dental record in Florida is something that they easily would have continued here. I don't like that they're able to pay off a lot of people there. Some of them are better than others. That looks like an airplane ticket that's supposed to be like a medical data. It's not good. It's basically like an incentive or like a little tag. That similarly is not what you think it is. It depends on who gives you that, and some people are a little more honest than others. But read carefully on that. I'll come back. Okay. Similarly, they look a little happier to be like on Jesus, Just wanted to deal with the devil. It turns out that you're right. Cards. Some people are nicer than others. People are happy to be on Jesus and nothing else. I know. This, by the way, some people hint at conventions. There's more to it. This is someone who gives me their card, their real card, or something like that. Maybe he works for like the FBI, or like it's just a hacker anyway. Phone, whatever. Closer, and then they tell you who it's actually about. So that is my doctor who just kind of gave me this oh shit look, and got me 2600 right now. Turns out 2600 was actually prepared to like sit there and brief me on this when no one else is going to sit there and tell me what the hell I need to know. I'm so pissed they put me on Windows. And then they killed my cat too. First they killed my cat again, and then they put me on Windows. Like, told them not to piss me off. I'm gonna do it. I mean, it's insane. This is not a normal reaction to something like that. Okay, here we go. Things like that. Obviously not cool. That's closer down to where the devil is supposed to lurk. Downtown, we found that out yesterday, which is why I'm still hanging out. Similarly bad. I'm going to point out all the little nasty things, the glyphs, the fonts, the different things about it, the way it's written down. That reminds me of a dark web app. The MacBook that I had with me down there saved up all that data on. I wanted to give the Global Protect VPN down there to Kevin and some asshole, some middle school gym teacher. Anyway. I should have never, known me at this age. Is basically down there. She sold it to get high in cocaine on New Year's, and that pisses me off. So I don't have that. But I remember that. Okay. Similarly, that not cool. The fact that you pick it up is something that they think is like an invitation to go and attack you, that's not the reason I pick it up. And I understand that some of these things are bad. This is something that's going to get written up. It's Hilton Honors app. Your phone is your memory. No kidding. It's a Bluetooth thing. They're just in color. It's a little more expensive to print those things that way. They're like royalties and all sorts of fees. Not cool. Okay. Similarly, these look more like what I remember. I have more of them that were actually mine, but the images on the back of them are different, so whatever that means to them, I don't know. Similarly, someone gave them to me. They're a little beaten up, but they're still in fairly reasonable shape, which means that someone who actually just got out of there kind of like, I still have this stuff. They're definitely not what you think. Alright, similarly, another one, HG, another one from down there. The only one it would seem. Oh, the mag stripe schemes is another thing I want to talk about. I don't really know what they do yet, but there's some differences in these things and the different cards I have. I can't do it right now. Look, there's a square. Okay. So I don't know if that means he's sitting there flicking me off as Hitler, or if that's like a barcode that's actually visible to them. I'm not really sure what that means, but there's definitely something behind it. I'll come back. Blue. Talking about some of them being complete morons. This is obviously a Bluetooth thing. Obviously being a Bluetooth thing, that's part of what he did with his 2020-2019 campaign app that people didn't want to talk about them. People knew. A lot of people just didn't want to deal with him. It's very unpleasant when you bitches like that. I don't understand. Okay, hold card in your door reader like step-by-step instructions. You know, like having to like bury a body underneath their bathtub. Don't use bleach. Use scrubbing bubbles. It's kind of more I would pick that up. Okay, remove card. Turn handle. Okay, thought that would work 20 This one's beaten up, so this person probably didn't want to make it out. That's so bad that they probably didn't make it out. Not cool, but some of the features on the back explain why. So there's not good, and then there's a URL like that. It's about RFID.com things. It says HOSP hospitality.deluxe.com and then RFID. Safari Hospitality is something that I should never have had to like collect business cards about. It's not cool. If you tell them that you're from Russia and you want to go back to hell, then they get scared of you for a minute, but then they'll still fuck you up. So that's a tip. Another one, not really that much different. It's basically this is someone who obviously it's like in perfect condition, so someone actually paid to do it. That's not really a real key. So they just went in and basically raped someone on that night, and like she just got the hotel room and thought it was what it should be, and it's not. Okay. Similarly, I'm supposed to scan this and get put onto one of their little lists. Okay, no one else remembers them the way they do in the 80s. Okay, QR code, not cool. Those things are basically really bad. I haven't written them down. And the hashtag is actually like a root shell. It's a command prompt. Basically lets you sit there and like do what you want. It's really just screwed up with the language. It's an HTTP header type thing, all sorts of stuff. Kids combo for free. I threw that out and thought I would cash it in. I just wanted to collect it. Disney gift card. Okay, let's start with Walmart gift card. That's easier. And similarly, this one's been used. More to say. There's all sorts of holographic stuff. If you look on it, you can see like the edges on the blue. There's actually like print written on it in different ink. Not good. Similarly, that sort of thing. The mag stripe card and a barcode, different formats. Not good. Walmart, not good. Okay, so at least they showed me like when you scratch it off because I got the Disney one. They gave me the Disney one after I got the Walmart one to pick up. Yeah, you know, like, but well, they're going back. I just don't like the fact that he's going to feel like he rules there, and you know, like has a state reporter attached to him. That's really okay. Mickey Mouse. Okay, no California 80s. Later. Let's see, all this stuff there. They actually gave me that, so they gave me a real one attack, but it's basically the same thing. It's basically it's another death threat. One of these morons actually remembers like being there that time since I was like 4 years old. Just does nothing but sit there and get high and fuck with you. Like really, just not anything but like an explanation for like Al Qaeda in Afghanistan. You know, prior to like a few women getting to leave a few years ago before Trump fucked that up. Okay. Last thing. More detail later. These little SIM cards, these government SIM card schemes, I just collect the things. Usually there's an actual card in it. You take the card, they take this, and they control what's on the SIM card. It's more like a little SD card. It's a crypto wallet. So are these cards. All sorts of cool little stuff. But since I started picking them up, this is supposed to be for them. When I pick them up, they start asserting something like I should be like penalized because I picked it up. Which is not, they're not right in their head. They don't even play by their own rules, by the rules. But whatever. Anyway, they're collector's items, and patterns like that. Some of them are nicer than others. That sort of stuff. There's actually like it's like an encoding. You can actually read stuff like that. I don't really know how to do it like automatically, but it's there. That. Okay. Similarly, another one. Just collect these things. They throw them down like it's nothing. That's how they view women. I think it's cool just to keep the barcodes. I want to see what they do. You can see like little some of these scratches. Some of this stuff is like they actually encode these things a little bit differently than you think. I don't know what it does yet, but I'm going to find out. But that sort of thing. Like it's a card, an HTTP header. It's basically a way of doing it. It's basically a way of unlocking the phone. Activate 2. They did that. They did that this year. That was about July 4th. It nearly killed me. Comes up again. Yeah. Another collector's item. It's for the barcode formats. And then the receipts will be something else. Same sort of thing, same sort of scheme, slightly different packaging, different glyphs. Someone else put it together or whatever. It's the same. It's the same idea. You have to look really carefully at these things. It's the same little schemes. They're filled with little stuff, and they have all sorts of things written all over it inside of them that you can't see, unless you really squint and you like reflect it in different lights. But this is another one. So what was that about? That seems to be about this year. That's about the time they did that. Killed Taco, and they put me on the network, and then forever they'll be held to pay because I told them not to fuck with my Mac. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. I told him not to piss me off. Don't piss me off. You need to piss me off. It'd be better be good. Like, it wasn't good. Right? Here's that sound like. 426 comes up another month. Again and again with the dates. I really don't know why they're like that. They're like that with food. Definitely like that with food too. So I don't know. This one's blank on the other side. So this is basically a victim because you can actually that undo the adhesive. They know how to do that, by the way. And then the other half is like a card. Same thing with my Medicaid card. And they recycle the plastic, which is generally not biodegradable on this planet. They know that. And do nasty things. That's it. I'm gonna go and not be too stupid tonight, but at the same time, one, no. It's a binary option for Trump.